Have you ever felt awkward in your own body? In the movie Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby is born to be a racer. He's always known it. His only sentence that he ever says is, "I want to go fast." So whenever he finally gets the opportunity to step into the seat of a race car, that's exactly what he does. He goes out and he finishes this race, and he does incredibly well. He knows exactly what to do the entire time he's in the car. But once he gets out, he goes and has his first interview with a broadcaster, and he walks up and he gets in front of the camera, and it is this cringeworthy, awkward moment where he just doesn't know what to do with his hands. I don't know what to do with my hands, and he keeps lifting them up towards his face and into the frame, and he just needs to keep them by his side. He just doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do at all because he's outside of the car. Sometimes I feel like when we get outside of our regular places of worship, we don't know what to do with our spirit. We don't know what to do with this thing that we have called a soul. And this is exactly the question that comes up whenever Jesus visits with the woman at the well in Samaria. Jesus walks up to this well and he finds this woman and he asks her for a drink. And that conversation gets real awkward real fast. The woman at the well says, "You shouldn't even be speaking to me. You're an Israelite man, I'm a Samaritan woman. There's this great divide between the two people." And Jesus says, "If you knew who I was, you would have asked me to draw you water, because I have living water." She just kind of brushes this off, and she keeps trying to have a debate with Jesus. She says, you Israelites, you guys worship in the temple, while us Samaritans worship on the mountain. There's this great divide between the Israelites and the Samaritans, all about where they worship. Is it supposed to be in the temple, or is it supposed to be on top of the mountain? And Jesus seizes this opportunity for this third new way. He says, a time is coming, and it has now in fact come, where you will no longer worship on the mountain, and we will no longer worship in the temple, but you will worship in spirit and in truth. And this is brand new news for this woman. It's eye-opening. It's refreshing. This fact that Jesus brings to her is that there is no place that our worship is confined to. Our worship happens in our spirit and in the truth. Jesus opens a whole new world for what it means to worship. But it's really not all that new of a concept. In Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4, there is a passage called the Shema. It starts off by saying, "Hear, O Israel." It's Moses in his very beginning of his address to Israel. He says, "Listen up. The Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength." Write it on your arm as a reminder. Write it on your forehead. And he even says that this should be written on the gates and on your doorposts. Everywhere you go, the word of God should be present. Jesus takes this a step further when he says worship in spirit and truth. He says, yes, you knew that the word was supposed to be everywhere. Now I'm telling you, worship is supposed to happen everywhere. It becomes who you are. You inherently are a worshiping person. Your heart will find something to be desired. That's naturally who we are. We are loving people, and our loves direct us where we go. So if your love is directed towards God, you have the opportunity to worship anywhere and everywhere. So for us, our goal to be wrapped up, our identity be wrapped up in the identity of Jesus, for us to pursue that love more than any other love. To do that is to know exactly what to do with our spirit. In all times and all situations, we know that our spirit can be about the worship of God. Whether it's here or if it's anywhere in the world, we can worship in spirit and in truth.